We are all born equal, despite our physical appearances, ethnic differences, religious beliefs, or sexual orientation. We are all no greater or lesser than one another. But at least that's how I see things. Unfortunately, there are a handful of children, teenagers, and even a variety of adults that do not think the same way. When a child is treated as an outcast by peers, for whatever reason, that child may develop a poor self-esteem and lack any sense of self-worth or dignity. I have several anxiety disorders that have affected my social and academic life since birth, and they did not always make for the easiest situations for my elementary school teachers. But as time went on and my exposure to new social settings expanded, my first through fourth grade teachers always made me feel loved. They gave me hugs and compliments on a daily basis. For those 4 years of elementary school, school was not so bad. I actually felt like a normal child because this is how I was treated. When 5th grade began to show its ugly face, all that confidence I had built up backfired and hit me hard. My 5th grade teacher was not at all like my other teachers. She was very intimidating and demeaning. She was the teacher who knew how to teach higher thinking kids and was clueless of how to work with the intellectually inferior kids, such as myself. The content was harder, so I read at a lower grade level. I could not complete my math problems as quickly. I was not a fast thinker or learner like everyone else. I honestly felt stupid because of this. My self-esteem shot to its lowest point ever, and my hatred of school expanded. My anxiety became so bad that I could not raise my hand in class, for even the thought of getting a wrong answer or sounding stupid in front of my peers put the weight of the world on both of my arms. I could not do presentations or talk in front of anybody without getting physically sick. I hated school because I feared what my teacher would say to me the next day that would hurt even more than the last day. Before the age of 10, I liked school. I liked my teachers and I felt secure with them. I did not think of myself as slow. I thought of myself as just another kid. But one person was able to change all that in a negative way. I never knew how much of an impact one person could have on a child, and I never expected a teacher to make her student feel stupid and compare me to others, but she did. As I grew older and went through a series of positive teachers throughout middle school and high school, my hatred of school lessened. I began to volunteer in my mom's kindergarten classroom every day from the 7th grade through the 11th grade, and I loved working with little kids one-on-one. At the time, I had considered teaching, but I still resented elementary school so much just because of my 5th and 6th grade experience, so I was not 100% sure yet that I wanted to teach. During my senior year of high school, I got to tutor a 10-year-old girl who was exactly like I was at her age. She was struggling in school. She had dyslexia and various learning disabilities. She was failing in every grade, and she hated school. All of her teachers from kindergarten through 4th grade were not supportive of her and did not make any accommodations to help her. They just passed her along and hoped the next teacher would fix her. At 9 years old, she could barely read preschool phonics books. I felt so incredibly bad for her. I wanted to make sure she did not have the same experiences that I had. So I worked with her throughout her 4th grade school year on her reading, writing, and math. And at the end of the year, she could read at her grade level. Her handwriting was legible, and she had a better understanding of her schoolwork. I watched that girl grow and become more confident and independent. I saw what I could do. I became the one person she needed to tell her that she was smart. And seeing her succeed through my instruction was an amazing feeling, and it became something that I wanted to experience over and over again. I know exactly how it feels to be the slow child, the child with emotional and mental roadblocks that affected my learning, the child who does not like school and did not understand. I was there, and I remember exactly how it felt to be ridiculed and judged for my intellectual inabilities. I want to be someone who tells my students every day that they are so smart, that they are brilliant, and that they will succeed. I want to be the teacher I needed so badly, but did not have. I want my students to feel as though they are all equal, no greater or lesser than one another, because that's something I wanted to feel, but I didn't. I believe every single child, no matter how intellectually, emotionally, or physically different they may be from one another, they should all be shown compassion and patience.